I Kill You starts this Sunday at 9 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.
Yeah, and Anna Maxwell-Martin joins us live on the studio to tell us more and have a chat about other stuff, because it's pretty...
There's a lot to talk about today, isn't there?
This is dark, isn't it? This is a terrifying true story.
Yeah. What happened to Delia was terrible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the storyline.
Well, it's based on a book she wrote called Living with a Serial Killer, and she got involved with this guy called John Sweeney. And Delia is... It's hard to talk about Delia. I feel rude talking about another person, but I guess you could say she was sort of anti-establishment, and she felt John was too. And then it sort of all went awry, and he attacked her twice, and after the first time he was bailed, and he came back and she sustained a really terrible attack. And then the story goes on. I don't want to sort of, you know, people can either watch it or not, give too much away, but it's about her journey through the criminal justice system and the failings of the police and what it looks like to be a victim if you're not a conventional person and how you're dealt with, really.
So
did she know about his history as she got together with him, or...?
That's sort of after the first attack, it sort of all came out. She put the pieces together, and then she went to the police with what she had, and they didn't really take her very seriously.
As an actress, Anna, how do you...
Loose term.
How do you go about doing something like this? Do you feel pressure doing it because it's somebody real, or do you feel, I don't really want to get to know that real person, I just want to stand back and look at, like, interviews and things like that? How do you approach something like this?
There's only pressure in that you don't want to be disrespectful and get it wrong. So you have to be quite sort of diligent in your work. You can't be lazy and say, well, I'll phone it in on the day.
I'll YOLO it.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to... otherwise you wouldn't be doing your job. But with Delia, there was lots of footage of Delia because Nick, who very brilliantly wrote our script, had taken lots of footage of her, him chatting to her. So I studied that. I didn't meet Delia until she did a set visit. She visited the set when we were filming.
I mean, you're so good at your job, but someone that, like, wears your craft very lightly on your shoulders, there's a different responsibility come from doing something that's a real-life story. Do you know what I mean? Or can you finish and go home at the end of the day and go, OK, I'll compartmentalise it and just live a normal life again?
I can definitely finish the work and go home and have a gin and tonic, because it's not my life, it's not my story, and I think to wear it heavier than that would be to say you are walking in someone's shoes and you're not. Delia suffered terribly. She has gone on to thrive in her life, and that's to be admired.
Yeah.
And but if I were to say, it makes me feel uncomfortable, because if I have to say it affected me, it affected Delia. It happened to Delia. It didn't happen to
Sean
me.
Evans is good, isn't he, as well?
Sean is so good. Sean is so
He's
good.
such a good
Who
actor,
thought that was in Sean? Little, lovely, mild-mannered Sean.
Is he? Is he a lovely guy?
But actually... No, he's evil in real life.
Terrible man in real life.
No, he's absolutely lovely, and he's quite frightening, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did you have fun on set? I know you've got a serious issue doing it, but did you have a good laugh? Did you have fun?
Do you know, we did that set, the flat, there's lots of big beanbag cushions, and I did roll around on those a lot with Sean.
Did you?
I'm not sure if you're allowed to. I don't think that's appropriate anymore, but that's what we were doing a lot of the time.
I mean, it's such a difference.
You've got to relax, haven't you?
It's such a difference to DCS Carmichael, isn't it?
It's funny you struggle to say that, because I struggle
Do you
to
struggle?
say... Yes.
What?
And on the show, when I had to
DCS.
announce myself, I think, what is she?
She's a DCS.
Sometimes I think, what does it stand for?
Did you ever go back and go, do we have to call her this? Can we just not call her something else?
What does it stand for? Detective Constable?
No, what is she? Come on.
Detective...
DCS.
DCS.
You know line of duty.
Detective Chief
Constable.
Superintendent.
Oh, yeah, she's the top.
She's, like, properly at the top, isn't she?
Are you a bit like, you'll get the script and then it's, like, out of your head as soon as you're finished? Are you done?
Yeah, and do you know what's so much more weird is when you do a play for weeks and weeks and weeks, the next day you just can't remember any of it. It's so
what I love about her is you're lovely and she's horrible, and she must be such a fun part for you to play.
Who, Pat? Is there a picture of her? Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah, I love
you call
Pat.
her Pat.
She was absolutely hated, weren't she?
I love Pat. Look at her. I love Pat. I'd do that again in a heartbeat, that part. I absolutely had a laugh.
And it doesn't bother you, the fact that people never liked her, because she's the character, isn't she?
Yeah, they didn't like her, but, she, you know, good. I don't know what to say about
We
that.
forget also, what I loved about Line of Duty was they always had like there was one actor that would parachute in for per series, wasn't it? And you obviously got to know the central cast so well, but then you know whether it's you or Lenny.
Leeway was brilliant.
Yeah,
they did that all along. Yeah.
Jason Watkins was great. And
Jason was brilliant. Yeah. It was
That
just
must
such
have
a
been-
good show.
That must have been fun. You almost like come in with just like not necessarily no pressure, but come in just like and have fun with it.
Well, I didn't feel pressure because I felt so lucky. Some jobs you just think, oh my God, I feel so lucky to be here. I would have made a cup of tea in the back of shot. I just felt really lucky to be there. So I didn't feel pressure. I thought, yippee.
Yeah. Did you feel that when you was doing Motherland? Because honestly,
Yeah, I did.
I can't actually watch it because it gives me anxiety.
Yes.
It's funny, but it like reminded me of when I was like when I had younger kids.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Did you enjoy doing it though?
Yeah, because we love each other. Me and Di were at the theatre the other night seeing Paul. He's in a play at the moment. You can't go anywhere with Diane, I tell you.
Why?
She's like a beacon. She is a beacon. You're going into there like, Diane. I'm like, Diane, put a hat on.
Really?
It's...
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, but you love it. You love it. I draw them in and then you can chat to them.
Yeah. No, I loved the whole cast so much. We had such a good time. Yeah.
Is Anna like anything like that character at all, Julia?
I always go, no, and then everyone's like, God.
I think
You're
everyone is
exactly
like
the same.
Julia. I think any parent,
absolutely.
everyone's got tiny bits of Julia in them.
Everyone's got Julia in them. The stress.
Yeah.
The lividness,
And also the busking.
anger.
And also what always made me laugh was her husband was always off just like doing his own thing and you were always holding the fort.
Yeah.
So I definitely think there's elements of Julia in it. Like everyone has one day of Julia. Like when there was that great episode when he was away on a canal boat on a stag or something and his parents turned up and the stress of them wanting a sandwich. And me and my wife, we talk about this all the time. It's like, I don't want... Just the heel. Just the heel. You know, it's always... That was what's so clever about the show for me. It was a tiny little...
Is it going to come back, do you think? Is it going to return?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's brilliant Motherland coming with Lucy and Phil, so I'm really pleased about that. So maybe that will sort of fill the hole that it's left and people will feel... And, you know, I'm sure that will do really, really well. And I'm really glad the girls have got that show, so that's nice, yeah.
And obviously you're going to be in Smart TV with me.
Oh, yes.
Sky Television. She's like that. What are you talking about?
I just like to be with Alison all the time.
Until I Kill You starts this Sunday on the 3rd of November, 9 p.m. on ITV and ITVX. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to talk about the ghost segment. I come from one of the most haunted towns in the country, Beverley, up near Nancy.
Seen anything?
Well, I do live near a rope or Gallows Lane. Lots of ghosts.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and we'll see you in the morning.